Yeah, I'm on the very downhill side of it.
Oh my. Hello, Brad. I was kind of hoping Mary, oh, that's why my purse is so heavy. I brought this home to put in a plant because it'll be beautiful someday. And I was looking at it because I used to buy these and I put them on. It's growing.
Oh.
And when they have that much will to live, they deserve to be planted. So I couldn't figure out what my purse is, so I set it down and went clunk. That's the phone. But then it was bulky.
It's a few pages I ever seen.
Yeah. There's not much on the agenda tonight.
There might be a little bit.
Joe was disappointed Mary Jane didn't come out and get her package. He has not met her yet. And I keep telling her she's spunky gal.
Jess was there and she didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah, she's gone shopping today.
My question is, the post office up there, everything ripped.
No, please don't. It was
No,
not.
it doesn't.
Well,
matter.
be head and tell her, but don't rip, okay?
Oh, I don't appreciate that.
Okay.
What you said, it said Mary Jane, it didn't say Jessica, it didn't say.
Well, and
it didn't
that's
say
what-
anything, and she should not afford to do that to your house.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she just shouldn't. So I'll make it clear to her that doesn't, because she has another package too.
Oh, yeah. Well, the post office guy said it was in our bundle of stuff.
And
He said, but I don't think so. And of course, Joby and Joe said, oh, that's right, I'll take it
Well,
down there.
Oh, I know, I don't mind Joe too, yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
No, but I mean, he was gonna, I said, honey, you should have just told me to take it down there because, he's a nice postman. And he wasn't quite sure that it should have been in our bundle of stuff. So, but they talked about it. Oh, yeah, make it clear. But anyway, he would have liked it better.
Somebody to do
I
it,
said, yeah,
so.
she's,
He knows where we live.
he's not there yet. But he was gonna come and bring it over.
Has to be three.
And I said, wait a minute, I'll call Mary
Yeah, I
Jane,
figured
because I knew he wasn't
I
dressed
know what
yet.
the park went up.
But I should have, because he needs to get out of the house more. And it was nice this morning. Yeah, I should have, because he needs to, he doesn't look good.
Stop
You're
moving.
working.
Mhm.
That's what he's doing.
Well, Dylan and I
Have a
spent
good
2
time.
hours working on my log splitter today, so I might be after
The
some
only
trees.
keeping going is he,
I might
he
have
has to
some.
drive me everywhere.
Although,
And,
mine's a walnut, I can give it back to you.
and then,
The only thing a walnut tree is good for, in my opinion, is lumber.
Oh, no.
I was at a washroom,
You what?
I don't know, we had so many
Furniture all
guys
the
that
way.
retired.
Oh.
They're older than that.
That's what I mean, is for furniture. It's not good for firewood, it's not good,
Oh.
I don't like the nuts.
No, yeah.
It's a
just
bad
pretty,
tree to
and
have.
it's
in your
I'm not
yard.
getting rich off
It
it. In fact,
drizzles
I'm
that
money
sap,
anymore.
it gets all over your
Well, it's
windows,
doing better here this
it kills
lately.
plants underneath them.
I do like the walnuts though.
Anyway,
No, I have
A
a
mess every other year.
problem eating walnuts, so
one more
I
minute.
don't miss them.
1, 2, 3.
Did you hear about our skid
I read
loader?
all those letters. I think
No.
we need to have a discussion.
I proved it all with.
Put it on.
No, blew the main seal out of it and it was
Yeah,
about a
yeah.
6-hour
I did not put
repair.
it on.
And they charge like $4
Well,
an hour.
So we can
Damn, good thing it might
Well,
push
if
the
you-
kids on it.
January's meeting.
yeah, I'm thinking we should. And it could come out right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You say you went to back it
I read
up.
all those letters.
There's a huge puddle where it was sitting.
Damn lawyers, you're all
I
expensive.
said,
Hey, 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 hey,
That we
hey.
can.
Get it up on-
Lawyers are our friends.
No, they aren't.
Oh, man.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I like to chew on calendars. I was just sitting there looking at it,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What are they saying, no?
I don't know.
Call to order December 23rd. Okay. Kim,
Present.
Annie,
Here.
and Brad.
Yes.
Please
Move to
read.
adopt the agenda.
I'll second.
Good.
Maybe like.
Good.
That's how we're gonna do this.
Okay, all in favor?
It's Christmas Eve, come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Move to
Approve the
approve
minutes.
Yeah, check it out.
Approve, second.
Oh.
Triple.
So, yeah, sure, yeah.
All in
Let me get
favor?
this in the kitchen.
Perfect.
Now let's take a deep breath.
And
Any
yes, I've
public
read the
comments or,
appropriation.
wait a minute. Oh, I'm too far ahead there. Approval of additions to appropriation ordinance.
Move to approve appropriation ordinance 1460.
don't
I
know.
second.
Okay, Tim,
Yes.
Anna,
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Annie, sorry, Brad,
Yes.
and Justin.
Here.
There's only, yeah.
Hey, mister, you missed it. We're halfway done.
Good.
Yes, we are.
Any public concerns and comments? No? We received some letters that probably shows that we might need to do more discussion about the public access out the lake. I suggested we do that in the January, the second meeting over. And we need to give it some thought and encourage people to talk. I've been talking to people and asking them to talk to you. And that's it.
Nobody calls.
No, I wish they would.
I know.
Tell them that you don't mind.
I kind of wish they would
And
too.
you're very
Complaints?
pleasant.
Yeah,
so-
lake residents have been sending complaints.
That-
to me
Well, they're
about-
sending worries. They're not sending complaints. They're sending
Right.
worries.
Right.
And so we need to address that and be thoughtful. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Bone is not here, so Miss Stephanie.
Okay, so you guys did get the letters and then you also got the application that Ryan Dudley put in, I assume. So if you guys want to talk that over at some point, let me know what you want to do with that. And then, I did have something. Okay, inspectors. I called about 5 people, 4 of which were not interested. One said he'd give me an estimate and he still hasn't yet. I think I called him last week, left a message, haven't heard. So that's where we are with that. It has not been inspected yet. So I wanted to let you guys know. I don't know.
It's holidays.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of figured. So
And this was, Lux.
this was,
Oh,
Beta.
that house.
Yeah. So I'll try, I guess, after I get back.
It's actually, she probably checked Beta and then the end of Beta there and the house next to Norman Shaw. So actually there's 3. Maybe he'd come out for 3. Do you want him to see that many? I mean, because we can start getting things lined up for the future.
A lot of them said they would not come if they were not allowed access in the house, guaranteed. Because he said, "Are we allowed in the house?" And I said, "Well, I don't know." And he said, "Then I'm not coming."
All right, well then I can talk
So-
with the family in one building and with the other house on Beta, I can ask her. She he's in the hospital. So,
So that's where I am with that.
okay, so I
Terry Schaefer?
know Teresa Howie.
Okay.
Oh, which
So,
house we're talking about?
They're both on Beta.
You're talking about a different one.
different
than what-
house?
Yes, yes. Well, I've been talking about it off and on.
Okay.
Now, yeah, because
But Teresa's house, or,
Yeah,
That needs
I
inspected.
guess I didn't know.
yeah. The floor is
Oh, I know, I'm well aware.
collapsing in, and she was needing to have something done with it so that it didn't interfere with some of her personal business, and so that might be. So I called the assessor, and he was supposed to come out in January, which I'm really.
So if you guys are doing more than one guy said, I said, "Well, ballpark, what's an estimate?" And it was one of the ones that said he would not come. He said like around $500.
Per house
So
or
keep
per
that, I mean, for that one house.
I know when they inspected this Beta house on the corner of Schaefer's, a long time ago, it cost about $280. Do you remember that? Yeah, I don't think you're on the count. That was a long time.
I guess I'm behind. Why are we inspecting Teresa Howie's house? Was there a purpose
Because
to it?
it's Because we're gonna start lining up different houses that need to be demolished.
I didn't know that house was on our radar.
I didn't, I mean, I thought I
Yeah,
did.
we had just talked about the
Did
one
you?
on Beta.
No, I
So
didn't.
I mean,
I always assumed we're talking about 102 Beta.
that's what,
I guess I
Right,
talked to her
you're-
so much about it that it went right over my head and thought I talked to you about it, but I will bring it up later when we find out.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking to tear down a place for structural problems. You're gonna do what you're gonna do, especially if it's maybe cheaper to get a 3-pack than a 1 shot.
yeah, I guess we could
Yeah,
ask
I
about
would
that.
think so.
She's got it up for sale, so I would give her an opportunity to sell it for it.
She had, okay, I'll talk to you.
Okay, I don't know if it's off the market. I just know what's good.
So there's a realtor involved.
Yeah.
So.
There is?
According to the
Well,
sign, there is.
she,
Yeah,
yeah,
Rob Hughes put the sign up.
yeah, yeah, that's right. There's some things that she had to do.
And that's all I have.
Well, now on the application, we need to go ahead and get your approval to have her look and research him, and so that we can prep him for an interview with the council.
Is that the only application that we've
That's the
received?
only one we have so far.
You worked here before, right? As an officer.
What are we hiring as, part-time?
Yes. That's what's available right now.
Do we know what he'll be able to drive?
I don't know.
We
about
do have
the-
that pickup truck, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know what kind of shape it's in. I'm assuming it's fine. I don't know. I need to ask Mike.
It's that red one, right?
No,
No,
it's
a
the last
there's
cluster.
the
time.
actual.
The white
The
one.
last time that Mike said anything about it,
It's the
he
one
said
that's
he
parked up
went out and
here.
started it and stuff when it
Okay.
started. So as long as that, nothing's gotten into it.
So it looks
it's-
like a police
Yeah.
vehicle.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
that's,
looks like. a
Yes,
police
yeah.
vehicle.
okay, I was thinking of that red S10. I don't know if we still even have that thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
do.
do.
It's
Okay,
not a light truck.
And I thought we put rubber on the top
Yeah.
truck before we parked it, so.
yeah. Yeah. Here's a time it seemed like everything got new tires there right in a row, but
We put that, wherever that stuff is, the bed liner. we
Oh,
put that on
okay,
the
that's it.
outside bottom quarter of it, cause it was
that's right.
kind of rotten out.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm in favor of moving forward with the interview. What do you guys think?
Okay. All right, we will work on that, okay?
Okay,
It'll get done.
so just I'll get with him and see, like, do you guys want to give me some sort of timeline, like
We'd like to see him at the next meeting,
next meeting?
right? Well, it'll
Good.
have to be with him, of course, cause he's
Right.
got, if he can make it. Meeting.
Do you want to do though, like 15 minutes before? Do you want to do just during the meeting? Normally, you guys, I think, do
Before or
15 minutes
after?
before.
Say before, that way it's a fixed time for him.
Yeah.
That's,
It makes
And
us,
he doesn't have to sit through the meeting.
yeah,
okay,
So 15 minutes enough time?
I would,
I think so.
yeah, cause you're gonna have a real good, bunch of information to pass.
We all know Ryan anyway. We all, I mean, there's those on
Yeah.
the side. He's an unknown.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will do that.
Hi, Connie.
Oh, hi, Connie.
Hello.
Sure.
Thank you.
Y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Tiffany, thank you very much. You're such a good girl.
Oh yeah, and last night you guys got chocolates from Kramer's.
You're
If you
good.
want to open them.
Oh,
Merry Christmas.
chocolate tin.
I like chocolate.
All right. Thank you, Stephanie. Do we have any purchases or work orders? New city business, Deputy Eric said he was gonna be here. He's not here. He did not cancel with me. So there you go. That makes that real fast.
All right.
I'm about done with him. Council business, part-time Christmas bonus.
Yeah, I was just
we didn't talk about the parts. We usually give the part-time people Christmas bonus, and we didn't say anything about it at the last meeting. We just
Who are our
did that.
part-time people right now? We got Kiza,
Booner,
Booner.
Kiza, and then like my subs, which I think the only person I used this year was Carrie. So.
Do you have something in mind? The $50, 25?
Just throw a half of
Guys would be
whatever we gave for,
75,
yeah, 75, yeah.
What do we give the full-time employees?
150.
Yeah, I do have.
Okay, that's very generous. I think that's nice.
Yeah. it is.
Okay.
We need a motion
All,
on
all equally listed.
Yeah, all right, we need a motion to give our people a 75, part-time people a $75 bonus.
It's all you. What you done?
I'll move to give them $75 bonus.
I'll second.
Part-time.
All in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Unanimous. Any mayor council concerns? Mayor, that's me.
Do we ever approve minutes or anything like that?
Yeah, you have it.
Okay.
You
Cool.
were, it was the fact that I didn't get it out of my mouth.
Okay,
Yeah.
That was done by
And,
7:02.
all right.
so it was sort of one of those ho-ho moments, you know.
Wow.
Let's see. I think it's real important that you guys to consider getting us an officer, whether it be Mr. Dudley or anybody. We have an uptick of activities in the community when it comes to the availability of meth. I'm not afraid of marijuana, but I don't like meth. And the people that talk to me, I always encourage them to talk to SO. They're not wanting to do that, so I asked them to talk to KBI, because KBI is anonymous. And so we need some people, we need some eyes on the ground that know what they're doing and can keep their eyes open and just show that we have a presence in town.
That's a big thing, just having a presence.
Yeah, because they had been out of town they had done business in town, but now they're actually in town, so. From what I've been told, so. And I've been told that before, and then it goes a little bit. But anyway, I want you to consider it seriously, and also what we can offer to make it an attractive offer. I think that's all the mayor thing I have to deal with.
Do we have something, an offer in mind, wages wise? Yeah. Is there something out there? that says
Well,
what we're
looking at
offering?
the different things that he had, it was anywhere from $16 to $20. In Maple Hill, it's, last time, I think it wasn't $20 an
But
hour.
are we advertising anything that
No.
says a specific, right, we're not?
We've advertised for a city cop for 3, 4.
Right.
We've
But
advertised,
do we
but I
put a
don't think we
price
put
on
it.
it?
But not with a price on it.
Yeah.
But we advertise Wabunsee County, Osage County. It's been out there.
You know,
Yeah.
we paid Sam.
15.
I'd have to look, but that sounds about right.
I'd like to know what
We
we
paid-
paid Sam and what we paid John.
John was 16 something. I don't know if it was 16 even or if it was 16 with a,
Was it his hourly wage that he made when he was,
well, I
or was it different when he was cop?
see, well, I mean, of course, he started out full-time cop and then he kind of transitioned over to that. And I know there was some complaints that why doesn't he get a wage lower? And because it's no longer like hazard pay type of, because half of his time was spent out there, or whatever the split was, but, yeah,
It
We
does.
covered up the
It
cheat
does.
sheet.
Yeah.
It's in the letter. Not that I know my chocolates, but I probably identify them. There's
You
another
guys
thing.
like some bites of our chocolate we usually share with our, this is a very, our meetings usually do last a couple of hours. This is gonna be a really
Yes.
short one. And,
Breaks my heart.
No, get my
I
right.
Yeah,
I
right.
can't remember it being under an hour this year. That's,
What?
This is
Last week,
impressive.
last time was.
Was it?
No,
It
it was more than an hour.
Just
Was
barely
it?
went over.
Just
just
Yeah.
barely went over, yeah.
Whenever you had to start, not often.
Are there any updates we need to know about on the blighted properties?
No, so
Well,
I
come on
sent out for
time.
the inspectors and everything,
You missed that?
with them, but that was the only update, so.
Careful, Justin, two of them are filled with green beans.
You know what I'm going for.
Who would do that?
No, she just talked about 4 of them. She just called people to come out, but they haven't. For sure.
Only one said that he would give an estimate, the rest were not interested at all. Said they wouldn't do it without
There it is.
They
a
wanna go in the
guarantee
house.
that they could get inside the house.
I'm curious.
And I couldn't
Orange cream?
guarantee that they could get in there.
Did they have a certain amount of people, buildings that they had to inspect, or just wanted to know that they could get in there?
Just want to know. They
Okay.
said,
Or you're just gonna
they
keep
said
Hazel to
that
scout
there's
through.
no way you can inspect a house fully and give
We're gonna heat that one.
official
Take this
inspection
one out.
report without getting in the attic.
Double
And
layered.
I totally respect that. Yeah.
so,
Okay,
What's
so,
going on with the one that is on the corner down here? I think Aaron Calker lived in it the last. The front door's been open on it for a couple of weeks.
I have no idea.
it blows open quite a bit too, but it got kicked in the last time.
She not living there?
No, Kimberly is in
No one's
Wisconsin.
living there.
Yeah, she's gone. There's
The
nobody
lady
living there
that
now.
owns it is in like Colorado or something. So maybe.
Well, anything can get in it because the front door is wide open.
I can see if I can get a hold of that lady. I have no idea who she is or how to get a hold of her, but I can try.
Okay. All right, let
Do
me,
you know?
I have Kim's, face page, and I will call her and see if she has a phone number for her, or even Erin. If I can find out who it is, then I'll ask her if she's gonna have somebody take care of her property.
Yeah.
Property.
I need a signature.
Let's see.
Good flavor.
No, I just stole them both off the top. So you're gonna have to look.
Coconut flavor. I
Coconut
got
clusters
one.
are the best.
They gave one to me and
You're a
my
coconut
so you
person?
guys are good.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Don't worry about
no,
the
no,
flavor,
no.
And those are the only 2 chocolates that I ate out of the box.
Oh, yeah. Coconut. And caramel. So you have to caramel.
Oh, no.
Coconut.
Ah,
Chocolate.
well, that's good to know
Yeah.
that you don't like caramel.
So in January, we're gonna get serious again and talk about law and what we're gonna do for the Main Street and stuff like that, right? New year, bring ideas and thoughts. Hmm.
I like law.
Yeah, you said law, I was thinking McGivern
Yep, I got a hearing.
pushing.
Oh, I have a question. Are we, what is our future for our, friends down at the gas station? Have we, is there
Well, that's
anything?
what
Well,
she was
that was
talking
that.
We gotta get the people, remember, we
It
gotta
has
get
to
the
be
people who see us, the building falling in first.
Inspector.
That's what
Inspector.
we talked about last time.
The inspector says it's a nice house, so we might have to revisit our.
We were doing both the building and the
It's not even a
house
house.
at the same.
Where they're living is in the gas station.
Yeah.
Except it's two different properties.
Yeah.
It is.
We
I'm
didn't do
confused.
that.
Why
Two
is this
different
a-
owners.
Sorry, this is probably rewinding too far, but why can't you just evict them because didn't they not turn
Because
on?
we don't
Oh,
own
we've
it,
tried.
and I've called the owner of the building, twice now, once a week. Leave a message, asking, and all,
I'm talking about eviction notice on the door. Because
I
I
I
don't
gave
have,
them a notice. I hand
so
give it
then
to her.
why not the
First time.
sheriff's department?
no,
do it.
because they won't do it,
They've
because
been
it's our,
called.
it's our
They
ordinance.
won't
They
enforce
won't
it.
do our city
They don't
ordinance.
enforce city ordinance.
Well, I guess we better hire somebody soon then. 'Cause
That's
This is
the
starting to be a thorn.
That's kind of why we're pushing on
I
that.
mean, I
It's coming from the
understand that we
property
were
owner, I
doing
would
these
think they
other,
would enforce
but
it,
I guess I missed the.
That's the issue.
Well, you
Bill on
see,
Can't get the
um,
property owner to complain.
I called up to the sheriff's department because, we were told that,
That they would.
that they would. And so Officer Lawton came down, and he's one of the officers that works at Maple Hill with Eric. And he said, Mayor, we don't enforce your ordinances, we don't
What-
enforce your laws,
what if
but not
our-
only county ones.
What if we hire an officer and he goes down there and they refuse him?
Then he arrests them and he takes them to jail.
And at that
To
point.
the county jail?
Yeah.
But how could he arrest him and take
But
him to
then,
the county
but
jail?
we,
and the
then we
county
pay the
doesn't want
county jail.
any-
for
Because we pay the
doing that.
county jail to housing at that.
So at that point, if he refuses our public officer, then Wabunsee County has to get involved at that point.
Well, no, I mean, he's not a public officer. You're talking
No,
about.
the police
The police
officer.
officer,
yeah,
Police
But
officer.
if they refuse our police officer.
Yeah,
then at
because
that
then they
point,
would
Wabunsee
be-
County is liable to come in and intervene.
Well, because they can call for
I think
backup,
you
yes.
would.
So I think the way I understood it is that the
They'll
point,
leave when they.
at the point at which we arrest somebody, they don't care that we're taking them to jail. They just don't want their officers to come here and do something involving city ordinances.
Mhm.
If our guy takes the guy to the pen.
What happens if he says he comes and tries to take me to jail, and I say, you ain't touching me. You touch me, I'm gonna knock you to the ground. And he touches me and I knock him to the ground, we wrestle and fight and I leave. What happens?
Well, then,
Who intervenes? Does he say, is he out of luck?
Well, then there's a crime committed, assault.
yeah,
Well, that's
that's
what I
right.
mean. That's the thing. At that point, is Wabunsee County need to get involved.
Yes.
Well,
If
they
you're
would back
breaking an
up.
actual
They would,
law, yeah.
there's usually backup or mutual
What do
aid
you-
that would happen.
So if he tries to arrest
Actual law.
the individual, they
Outside
refuse to be
city
arrested,
ordinance.
at that point,
We'll
we
meet
can
you
ask for
outside.
backup.
Stop it.
Wabunsee County. Okay.
Not according to the KVI.
I honestly thought that it was like illegal to live somewhere without water.
It is.
I
That's what I
what I'm
understand.
saying.
That was the
Yeah.
city ordinance. I thought
But
this
see, I
was
thought
a
it was
big, like,
outside of a city ordinance, like,
No, not, what you mean, the health department?
yeah.
I don't-
County health, yeah, maybe the health department says it, but they don't have any better way to enforce it than we do.
I thought you guys had a huge issue with when the guy was living in it or before.
Gary?
Gary was living in it, that you had, because it was a commercial building, it wasn't residential. And you wasn't allowed to live in a commercial building because it's. and
He
I
was
thought you
living
guys
in
had
his
a-
camper.
We had evidence he was dumping his raw sewage directly into that creek.
Right.
Okay.
And that was the biggest
Okay.
thing, I guess, that we had. Because you drive out of town and smell it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, every time, and I'm assuming Ryan knows this because he was here before, every time we've had that set up, there hasn't been a problem with the county, doing assistance on calls, doing backup, being out there. It's just they don't want, I think there's probably two not so upfront reasons why they don't do it now. First of all, we don't have our own officer. So if they start doing it, they're gonna get called out all the time.
Yeah.
Then second of all, I think they're trying to encourage you guys to buy from them. Even that.
But they're not offering the officer anymore. He got in trouble with the county. He was over budget. And so they had to pull back.
Well, they changed their offer to $35 from 20.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's
So that's when we need to hire our
I
own.
was never in favor of
But
that.
that's ultimately what he could do to justify doing it, is having us paying him the freight, right?
Yeah.
So that's all that, I mean, that's your answer. They won't do it because they're gonna end up, they want you to end up paying for it.
Yeah.
Now, it may be the case that they've had a different attitude. I don't know now, but we'll find out. Then I'll talk to Tim if we have a problem.
I don't think, and one, Officer Lawton was very kind. But he basically said that they would back up anybody that we hired. And he said that was our answer, was to hire someone.
Well, and Ryan doesn't he work for the county?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
so there's no issue getting them deputized by.
no, I know, but doesn't he
Yeah.
work for
Well, they
Wabunsee County?
do that anyway.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was in Burlingame.
That's a plus
he
for
was in
them.
501,
Yeah.
and now he's out here.
So they
Right,
say
tickets
no,
on the
I mean,
county,
it's all
right?
right, yeah.
County,
We know-
Sure.
Yeah.
And he knows
Who bought
he's
the
doing
school?
it.
Did somebody buy the school?
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
this school.
Which school?
He sold it?
Maybe not all of it, but he's. at least
Somebody's
familiar
been
with some of it.
doing something to the roof.
Oh, it's probably the same guy, isn't it? John O'Neill? Or something
No.
like that.
I think he sold it to somebody.
Really? Interesting.
He has been trying to get rid of it, to be honest.
Do you have a motion to adjourn?
I was gonna say, are we trying to make this an hour meeting?
I moved to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Go home.
All in favor?
I
I was trying to get to 7:25 and we're there.
Why are you trying to, we can have a short meeting.
Well, you got a blade, you got a candy blade.
I didn't pull the blade out until we adjourned.
That person who tagged you in that on
So,
Facebook
come on,
last
come
night.
on.
Yeah, I got a heart attack. I was like, who's digging in their freaking yard?
Cause I was like, I wonder like when that
I
was.
texted my brother, are you awake? There's somebody's in your yard. And he's like, oh, that guy's done it twice.